Hello, everybody, and welcome in to Fire Pod with me, a Twin Peaks podcast by us, Death by Television, and today we conclude Season 1. The Season 1 finale is on the docket today, titled The Last Evening. It was written and directed by Mark Frost, originally airing on May 23rd, 1990. This podcast is friendly to the first-time viewer and the rewatcher alike. I am your rewatcher, Colton Robertson, and I'm joined by the first-time viewer, Joseph George. What's up, homie?
Oh, what up, what up? Always a pleasure to be here.
Oh, and it's always a pleasure to have you. And if you're joining us for the first time, it's a sexy episode to jump in on. The Season 1 finale, you've watched the show. You know, maybe you're not actively rewatching it, but you're like, oh, I know I like this episode. I know this one's a big one. Let's check it out. You should be rewatching the show with us. We don't do any spoilers for what's to come because, like I said, Joe's never seen the show before. I get to do little hints and stuff that he doesn't catch. I get to laugh privately at things he says. It's a lot of fun. So if you aren't actively rewatching, you should join us. But Season 1, your first season of Twin Peaks is now behind us. How do you feel one season deep?
Well, there were some questions that were answered, but I feel like my thoughts were right going into it, that I was going to be probably a little more confused, or there were going to be more questions or more things up in the air at the end of this one. And yeah, I love just how the world keeps getting a little bit bigger and bigger slowly, and this every character development is, I don't know, like everyone has their own story, like or their own little couple. Everyone has their own thing. It's just, and it's so easy. And even if I don't know, struggled with their names or whatever, and I'm like Hank in some ways, I guess. It was never, I never forgot like who was with who, or like their I guess faces wise. It was really easy, like to keep track of everybody. And
the character work is incredibly distinctive for everybody. You know, nobody is exactly like anybody else. Everyone's incredibly unique, and that makes it and even the characters who are kind of similar, they have very, very distinctive visual cues. Jacques and Leo, for example, similar in character, but definitely not similar people.
Yeah, we got, man, there's like, it's crazy that, you know, I'm kind of taking Jock here kind of at face value, but like I didn't think that like Sarah being just a freak, you know, was an actual like thing in the cards.
Laura,
for,
you mean?
Or sorry, yes, Laura being just an absolute freak was like a story element that was possible.
Yeah, no, that she gets down,
and you know, I guess I didn't want to put it past her, and you know, I just thought, like, you know, it's television, it's sitcom kind of ish TV,
network
you know,
TV,
I don't know,
yeah,
we got, you know, it's just a TV show, and then I don't know, he kind of lays that bomb down. I'm like, okay, you know, we can really go anywhere. Like I think there's no rules, really, and it's I don't know, I still don't know necessarily who to trust, 100%. But it's crazy that like Jock and Leo are actually just like they might have just like got pretty rowdy with Laura, and that's about it.
Right.
And that's crazy that we're here. That I'm like so confident that Jock was like the one to be solidified.
Like Dale said, he's too stupid to lie. You know, like he's just saying it like it is. And he said it with a lot of earnestness. You know, like yeah, man, I don't know. Like that wasn't the first time they went out there. They weren't a couple. You know, it's a lot, and we got a lot to go over. So I am ready for a scene by scene breakdown if you are.
I'm gonna need this one. Yeah, a lot to parse through. That's for sure.
All right. Then we will start in Jacoby's office, where Donna and James enter. And they sleuth about, and they ask each other where to start, and they eventually find a box full of margarita umbrellas labeled with different dates and moments. You know, he's got one for the moon landing and the first time he laid eyes on somebody, and he's a sentimental fella, but he usually commemorates these things with margarita umbrellas, which is a funny habit. Donna finds the controls for the ambient noise, and James quickly turns them off. And she also eventually finds the secret coconut.
Your secret coconut? Yeah, like
I don't know. Your coconut? Yeah, Laura, the Cheryl Lee Laura Palmer freak voice is is really really something to behold. Your secret coconut, because it's like it's almost Valley Girl, but it's obviously not Valley Girl. Like there's something more sinister behind it, and it's frightening. I love it.
Really weird detail too. The little volume control that James turns the music off with is like it looks exactly like my audio interface for my computer.
Oh yeah,
like I have 4 dials. It's like there's some buttons on the side that Jacoby didn't have, but like it's weird how eerily if you just cut off the 2 sides of my thing, it looks like it. So I don't know, when James was just turning shit down, I just looked over to my
like,
right,
whoa,
and I'm like, what
I've
the
got one
fuck?
of those.
I'm like, what the fuck? I don't it's just
not the best show to like be watching and relate in any like even something small, like even something that's completely inconsequential. Just be like, whoa,
yeah,
no, not the most fun.
Last episode, I forgot this one as well. I said that Hank, whenever he brought up that he was better with faces and not names, I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? Also, Ben Horn, he was just like last episode, he was just having a tub of ice cream in his hand, eating it.
Yeah.
And I was
Twirled the spoon about.
I was
stuff.
doing the same shit. Like before, I was eating ice cream before that scene. In the same, like I had the tub in the same hand, spoon in the same hand, and I was eating ice cream. And then he pops up, and I'm like, I can't eat it anymore. I'm like, no, I gotta stop now. Actually, I gotta put it away. So yeah, it's just
the funniest things are what you take with you. Like almost nightly, Emily will go outside to smoke, and we. I'll let her go out there, and she's like, I don't. She came back in. She was like, it's scary out there. I go, why? She's like, what if Bob's out there?
Bob could be out. She's and
like,
he didn't even pop
Bob's
back up.
Out there?
Bob.
Not even.
No
not in season
man.
1.
No
not
Mike. No.
One.
Yeah. No. But that's okay. I'm
cluing you in a little bit. I'm like, it's something that Emily is. It's stayed with her enough to be like, when she goes outside at night, she's like, what if Bob's out there?
Oh shit. Yes. Yeah. Oh fuck.
Yeah,
Bob.
It's good stuff. Good to look forward to. But regardless, they go ahead and search the coconut, and they find the tape that they were searching for and the other half of the heart necklace, which is kind of a revelation to them. They're like, oh shit, this isn't even what we were looking for, but I'll be, that sort of stuff. But they go ahead, kick on the motorcycle, and I'm sure that if we hadn't established last week that it was just cocaine, you would have been quite confused.
I was
Bobby's whole
worried.
action there, where he steps out behind the corner and.
Oh my god,
it's fun.
I was so worried. I was like, holy shit. Fucking 2 people are gonna die, like at the beginning of next episode.
At
I'm
least.
like, we're like, I'm like, holy
and you got more than your money worth for people dying.
That's fair. We did get some deaths.
It's good stuff. Just not James and Donna. Just not James and Donna, which is good. Those aren't the deaths you want.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm
but
very glad it's just cocaine. Even though he might be getting some trouble with it, but yeah, it's very glad that was cleared up. For sure.
Thank goodness. But next we are over at the gazebo where Jacoby is creeping around the bushes towards Maddie. He's like, all right, so you say you're Laura. Why? And we're here at the gazebo. Why did you send me over there? What's going on? And when she steps into the light, he is aghast at seeing the spitting image of Laura. He becomes very, very convinced he is actually looking at Laura Palmer, at least briefly. And it's then that a man in a trench coat and a ski mask beats him mercilessly, just cracking him over the back of the head multiple times. Jacoby can't move or cry out and suffers a heart attack on the spot.
Bro was who? Okay, so I guess I was thinking it could have been Leland sneaking around, but this action kind of makes me believe it's not Leland. Unless Leland has it like that, that's crazy. I guess he's acting with a lot of emotion.
He does murder a guy later on in the episode, but but that's the guy who he's convinced killed his daughter and stuff like there's a whole other layer there. And also, like, why would he be wearing a ski mask in this scenario? Like, what was the benefit there? Like, was he like, well, gotta go spy on Maddie, better throw on the ski mask?
Because,
that's
this guy to me feels like whoever was following Leo around, that like hid behind the
Yeah.
tree.
It feels like the
Who,
mystery man Laura's
yeah,
alluding to on the tape and stuff. Yeah.
yeah. And I mean, if it's her dad, that is kind of nuts. Maybe, oh, I guess maybe he could have been spying. No, I guess no. I was thinking he could be spying on Laura in some way, but then he's like super connected with Leo. Probably not. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, like there's
That.
that weird, and
Mhm.
that's the specific detail that's so hard to parse through. Is like I think rewatching that scene, if you go back to when Leo meets Bobby and Mike in the
Mhm.
woods, and that guy's watching, I still am not 100% certain Leo is like down with this dude who's standing over there. I don't even think he really acknowledges him, and I don't know if that's just because he's not worried about it. I don't know. It's just there's a weird vagueness to that scene that I still don't know if that guy
That
like
is
is with
true.
Leo.
Yeah, because Bobby and Mike were like, "What's that? Who's that guy?" And Leo's just
And
like,
Jock
"I don't
and
fucking
Leo's just like,
care."
don't worry about
He's
it.
like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
what
like
the fuck are you? What? Let's get down to business." And so,
yeah,
like,
exactly. Like
at
he's
least,
that's why I'm like, I don't know. There's still such a vagueness there that I don't know if this guy rolls with Leo
hmm,
or Leo just couldn't be bothered by it. Either way, I'm not sure. But
like
yeah,
the
so
the power of the beating. The only person that was running through my head was Big Ed. But I'm
right.
like, Big Ed wouldn't be doing. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
this ain't Big Ed action. Right here. So someone's got, I don't know. I wonder if it's a character I know or if it is truly a mystery man and it is
Right, like a
um
wholly new character that we haven't even met
mhm.
yet. Yeah,
'Cause
because like the other thing that goes through my head is if it is somebody beating the ever living fuck out of Jacoby, obviously that is the case. Who
Mhm.
has the motive to do that? Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, what's the point of doing something like this? I don't really. Is it just? Is there? I don't know. I don't know.
It felt
And
like,
I do obviously know. I'm just trying to
yeah,
talk.
it felt a little protective of James and Donna and
Mm.
Madeline a little bit. Um it didn't necessarily feel like, "Oh, hmm, you know what? It fucking could be Ed." Because I guess like at the end of the episode, when Cooper is like, what kind of sick game are you playing? We found Jacoby beat the shit
Mm.
the fuck out of. But Jacoby didn't go where they told him to go. I don't know if they
Yeah.
planned for him to go to the gazebo, but it could have been in the plans. I don't know why James would want to beat the shit out of Jacoby though. Like, because I was thinking like it could be some Bookhouse boys. He's like, "Hey, I need some
Like
help."
some Bookhouse Boys
Um,
crackdown. Yeah. No,
and
oh, and
Ed,
that's the thing
yeah.
too is that like I think that the motive for sending him somewhere was just to get him away from his office. Like the fact that he went to the
Yeah,
gazebo is just like
yeah.
it's as effective as anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think they were trying to prevent something explicitly like Jacoby actually seeing Madeline dressed as Laura. Like
Mm-hmm.
so send him to this spot. There's nobody there. It's kind of like, oh well, what the fuck. He was just kind of haunted, and that's that for the night. Now he's actually seen her. Now he's had a heart attack. There's a whole other layer of things once he actually sees
Mm-hmm.
Maddie. So like, I think it was just to send him to an empty spot. There wasn't anything planned for him there or anything. It was just to
Yeah.
get him
Hmm.
away.
I think, like, honestly, it's either someone that I haven't met yet, or like Leland is maybe suspect number one for this guy, but I don't understand why or how he
The
would fit
motive.
in. Yeah, the motive, and if he is like into some of the shady shit. He is the lawyer for Ben Horn, so like that kind of
That's
hit me
true.
this episode that I'm like, maybe he is okay with getting in a little shady shit. Like, because if he's the lawyer for Ben Horn, like he knows
He's
all.
probably, in fact, he's probably perpetrating some of the shady
Yeah.
shit as a lawyer.
So that's
But
why, I mean, but I just didn't. I don't know. Maybe he
that
comes
feels a
off and
little out of left
plays.
field.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
like,
he's
well, and
been
that's the
so
thing.
pathetic. I mean, I don't want to call him pathetic, like his daughter died, but like at least
No, but that's
every
he's been weak.
interaction.
He's been
Yes,
small. Yeah,
he's.
like that's 100%. That's why like it would be a tad out of left field, but you know, I wouldn't put anything past this fucking show. Like
That's
that's why
true.
it's so crazy.
Yeah, could be playing
But
everybody a fool. But yeah, I just it could. And Bob was like another one that might have been in in the running, but like Bob feels a little more slender or a little smaller than that. This dude felt pretty big and a little thicker, and like that's why Leland didn't feel it didn't look kind of like Leland's body type. It looked kind of like Mike's body type if he had another arm.
Right.
But this dude had it at least didn't look like a prosthetic. This looked like two working
it looked like
arms.
he was it looked like he had that shit on him for sure. But
so
your suspect number one, it sounds like, would be Leland. You just can't figure out why.
So. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Sounds good. But we'll move on from that from now. A wheel spins on a roulette table, and Big Ed just keeps losing. He can't seem to win, and Cooper keeps on winning as we learn he's an expert card counter. And a woman whispers in his ear, and this is probably the sexiest thing Dale Cooper's done yet. Whenever he like takes her hand and he's like, maybe later. Thank you for asking. Hot. I don't care. Super hot.
Yeah, these glasses really do a lot.
Oh, they work for him. They work for him.
He does look like an oral surgeon. I mean, he
does.
like for real. Like he. I don't know. He's just kind of that guy. I mean, I can't. I was trying to go with anyone. Like I feel like I'm really trying to spread the love as much as I can this season.
It's hard to.
It's hard to go with anyone but this guy. I mean, he's just kind of the star of the show, and it's kind of he's the reason I'm coming back. No time for coffee this episode. That's one thing. He really
well, it
didn't
also
have a time.
it takes place between the hours of like 11 to 4 a.m. this week, so like it is tough. It's and I wouldn't put it past Coop to have one of those late night cups, but didn't have time. We're going one thing to the next in this one, but and literally later on, there's just a cascade of what the fuck is happening later on in the episode. But he goes ahead and tips Jock the poker chip with the missing piece. Kind of a little wink wink nudge nudge, does this look familiar type shit. And Audrey, somewhere else, dressed in lingerie by a hunchbacked seamstress, visits Blackie's office. And Blackie says that the owner is going to visit tonight, the owner of the establishment, the owner of One-Eyed Jack's, and asks her to pick a card spread across the table. Audrey picks the Queen of Diamonds card, and Blackie puts her hand over Audrey's hand. They have a nice little, nice little moment there, and he or she, there's a little bit of a what's his name? You don't ask names, you don't offer names. There is no names, fuck it.
A female version of like what's his nname? Oz and Vic? Yeah, Vic. I don't know. This feels like the start of like a
potential
crime
fruitful
world
partnership.
friendship.
Yeah.
And stuff here. I feel like Blackie likes Audrey a little bit. It feels like
she's like you don't play things straight, and I kind of fuck with that. Like there's a certain like I don't trust you, and that's kind of cool. There is definitely something there, but we obviously learn later on in the episode who the owner is.
Yeah, I guess she won't be working there for much longer, likely. Actually, yeah. So maybe the friendship's going to be cut off pretty short. Cause talk about the next 3 seconds, versus, Cooper walking into his room and I'm saying like, I just need the next 3 seconds of what happens. I need the next 3 seconds of what happened when Ben walked into that room.
We obviously knew Ben was a pretty important player at One-Eyed Jack's. This is a whole new recontextualization of his job at One-Eyed Jack's. He owns the joint. He profits off of every penny spent at One-Eyed Jack's. It's a whole other ball game versus just being a frequent customer, a regular.
That's true. Yeah. I guess I didn't really have that idea, but it felt that he was much more important than just a VIP or just like a
right.
I didn't really think
he runs
owner
things
quite yet, but I thought like maybe crime boss or something where they just
there's some sort of exactly. Like he's got his hand in shady business dealings. He's friends with important people. Yeah, like maybe, but no, it's him. He owns One-Eyed Jack's. And we'll obviously get to talk a little bit more about that later. But we go ahead and see Coop offer to buy Jock a drink, and they sit down together. which is one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah. That's what I
and
went
is
with.
what gives Kyle MacLachlan my favorite performance nod of the episode. And there's specifically something in the latter half of the scene, but they go ahead and sit down, and Coop spins this tale about how he's the financier behind the operation. You know, Leo can't run this thing by himself. As Leo told you about me, man, I can't believe Leo hasn't told you about me. He plays it perfect. You know, he gets at Jock's ego a little bit. He makes him feel important while making him feel small. It's a really, really good. It's a really good balance he does. And you know, he says that they got a good operation going, but it's about to get better. He's got something for him. $10,000, 5 now, 5 later. And Jock goes ahead and is like, yeah, fuck yeah, what do you need me to do? And he says, let's meet at the water processing plant in 2 hours. And he's like, I gotta ask. You know, he alludes to Laura. He does the Mina bird call, and Jock almost gets up and runs, and he's like, no, man, chill.
Yeah.
He's like, Leo told me about it. I'm just curious, how'd that happen to the poker chip? And he says, well, you know, we had Laura all tied up. She liked that, you know, and she was screaming at Leo and stuff, and he put the chip in her mouth, and he told her to bite the bullet, baby, bite the bullet. And the whole the shots of Coop during this are what give me his favorite performance. The ability to portray a deep disturbance with what is happening, what he's being told, and still maintaining his cover. And just like his eyes kind of welling up and softening is really, really strong. It reminds you how human he is, even though he is an incredible secret agent. Like the amount of empathy he possesses is really, really impressive. And his ability to kind of stomach this and push it down is really, really great.
Man, yeah,
I loved it.
A crazy recontextualization right here. That's for sure. I guess I never really thought. I guess maybe I was wrong on the bird of who was talking, for one.
Yeah, the bird just says Laura, apparently.
Yeah, just loves Laura. Bird just fucking loves Laura. That's hilarious. Laura, and then also, I thought that Laura might have also been dead at
Not
Jock's
yet.
house. But yeah, no, it doesn't. It seems like all the bad happened, or all the unconsensual happened at the train. It feels that, you know, I guess there is still 2 different kinds of twine. So, you know, one tie-up was, you know, she wanted to, but I think the other one was not. So that's still a factor. Yeah, the train. And yeah, Jock was like, no, I don't fucking know about any train. So, I mean, he's clueless about that completely. So, it's crazy how fast he went from suspect number 1 to just being a fucking nasty guy that kind of, you know, Laura's into it with a little bit every now and then. And, you know, maybe there is still some shit that is to be unrevealed, but I think that is kind of all his character is. He's kind of just a running a coke, you know, kind of business and kind of fucks on the side. And that's just crazy that's how it came to be. But yeah, this I guess the other tie-up is interesting now, I guess. So still
yeah, I'm excited to obviously we've got a ways to go. We've got a whole other season, and then we'll finally get to it. But Fire Walk with Me, man, I rewatched it recently. And I've told you it's the last week of Laura Palmer's life.
Ooh. Oh my
so we
God.
we see this. We see the scene he describes in that movie.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
like it's
shit. That is.
It's everything that they talk about, and we don't know exactly what happened. We know exactly what happened.
No.
Yeah,
man.
it's
I don't even know if I
something.
want to
It's
watch that. That's like, man, but I do.
It's
I mean, I know I
awful.
do.
It's great. It's great.
Like,
it's a fantastic movie. It's fucking awful.
Yeah,
disturbing
that last week,
shit.
Can't be a good week. I'm assuming. I mean,
Not perfect.
Well, I'm assuming, like, I'm hoping actually that Laura's just a freak and that she's into this and that it isn't like that she's still being forced to do
Right.
this and stuff. So like I'm really hoping that she's a freak and that because on the tape recorder she does say, like, I can only take so much as sweet. I need, there's some
there's this guy who
gets
really likes
fire
my
going.
FIRE.
Yeah. The spelling of it was interesting, and that's crazy if that's, what like it's not like Walk With Me, like I don't know where that walks in or like comes in to play, but like if it's just sexual, like fucking, I don't know, some sex, I don't know. There could very well be a sex cult. I don't know. Jock could be the fucking leader of a sex cult. I could see that. I don't know, but like, I mean, there's
some eyes wide shut shit.
There's, I don't know. I'm at least it's weird that I'm saying like I don't know, out loud and of a TV show that like I'm really hoping for Laura just to be a freak and like
and not
like actually
having been
want to
serially
have been
sexually
doing,
assaulted. Yeah,
because that really sucks. If that's I don't know, and then
at least
and
she says later on that tape, isn't sex funny or something like that? Like isn't it weird? It like. There's a lot of nuance, like there's a lot going on here, Again, I'll redirect us to the whole Jacoby telling Bobby, she corrupted people because she herself was corrupted, and you don't corrupt yourself. That happens from an outside source, like that's not. So I mean, there's a lot to consider there. It's not so cut and dry as well. Some of it was good, some of it was bad. There's a little bit of everything going on all at once. It's and then sometimes it's just bad. But rarely was it just good. But Cooper, that's But my favorite line of the episode is "Bite the bullet, baby, bite the bullet." It's just so ominous, especially the way they emphasize his mouth and the delivery and the performance of it. It's a great scene and a great moment, and just harrowing stuff. Wow. Bite the bullet, baby, bite the bullet.
I mean that, like, it felt like I knew the scene kind of right after I watched it. I'm like, damn, like I'm like, yeah, this seems to be the scene of the episode, and not to say that the rest of the episode's not really this good. It's just
that's just
singular
how good
moment.
Is.
Yeah, it was like just as a singular moment.
Like if there is one scene, it would be this. I put mine down as the cascade because it's just one thing after another towards the end of the episode that I can't help but love.
Yeah, it's just like I don't have any time to process. It was like, holy fuck. I'm like, wait a minute, what? And it's like, nope, we are on to the next thing, and boom, it's an even bigger revelation. And I'm just like, oh my god, it was
fire, suicide, murder. It's just like everything, all at once. It's like fire, attempted murder, suicide, another murder. Everything's happening. Imagine this day at the sheriff's station the next day. It's like, all right, get me caught up, everybody. Well, okay, there are 4 or 5 new people in the hospital.
Yep. Sheriff almost got shot. Andy did shoot someone.
Andy,
let's fucking go.
We are
Andy.
almost there.
Yep,
we are almost
true.
there.
That's
I'll go
true.
ahead and get back into it. But back at the Johnson house, Shelly is washing her hair in the sink with the gun next to her for protection. She's just being as careful as she can be. We are all frightened whenever we're in the shower washing our hair and we put our head down and all that stuff.
This is the worst fear, and it did come true for her. Like,
realized the reaching for the towel and it slowly drifting away. You're like,
what the fuck is that, Leo? He didn't even let her grab the towel. He
just
slowly
playing with her.
just
playing with her.
What the fuck? Dude's sick. Dude is just twisted.
And then he grabs her, puts his hand on her mouth, and says, "You made me do this, Shelly. You made me do this." He's a fucking loser. But
at least he fully slicked back the hair, though. Like this, whatever was hanging in front or what, like surprisingly actually worked a lot more.
It's his best look. It's his best look for sure. His hair is also not in a single coil anymore down the back. It is more frayed out, which is a better look. And he also wears a duster later on. That jacket he's wearing. Yeah, it's a great jacket. I gotta give it to him.
Honestly, the getting shot in the arm and being a little weathered and kind of like
it worked. It worked for Leo
a little bit.
Yeah, obviously not personality wise. He continues to be shittier and shittier. He does attempt to burn Shelly at the stake, So I don't have to give it to him by any stretch.
And then he blames it on Bobby. That Bobby killed her. It's crazy the things he goes through. You made me do this, Shell. Like I like how he blames it on
you killed
Shelley.
her, Bobby. Yeah,
and then
he tries to axe murder Bobby, and then he gets shot. Like what the fuck, dude? But yeah,
buzzer beater. Come.
I digress. That's on their stakeout. Harry inquires to Andy how everything's going with Lucy, and he says, well, as we say in the law enforcement game, it's a cold trail. And Harry's like, all right, Andy. And he says, women, am I right?
Yep.
And Andy's like, you're telling me. And it's then that Jock pulls into the plant, and they do their whole code. I got a trout on the line. Go ahead and reel him in. We've got this. Where's Coop? He's 10 minutes upstream. I don't think he'll be here for the catch, but he'll be there when we grill him later. Like, that's hard. That's hard. I love it. They pull in. They all surround him, and they got him dead to rights. You're done, Chuck.
Dude.
You're under arrest for the attempted murder of Ronette Pulaski and the murder of Laura Palmer.
Did Harry Truman put on a different voice here, or what?
Yes.
When he got out of the car and he hit him with the Jock, keep your hands where I could see him and put them on the roof of the car.
Michael Ontkean, when he enters that mode, is really, really awesome. And he doesn't do it often, but yeah, his cop voice, like whenever because we don't see him do this a lot. It's mostly just private talking to people. When he goes, Jock, it's like, okay, yeah, you are the sheriff of this town. I can tell now. It's
the full center, shot. He's just full in frame walking up with like that look of just, I'm the fucking sheriff here. Like
we fucking got your ass, dude. Well, and like this is a huge payoff. Like they think they've got this guy dead to rights.
Yeah.
They talked about bite the bullet, baby, bite the bullet. Cooper's like, we got him. Go ahead and reel him in. Like this is it. So they're feeling good. They are feeling good, But Jock steals Deputy Fred. Also funny that there are just a bunch of other cops who we never meet. Deputy Fred's gun gets stolen from his holster, and he attempts to shoot. Harry, and Andy says, "Look out, Harry!" And pop. We don't know who fired the shot, but then the reveal as Harry walks into frame. It's Andy. It's Andy with the gun.
Yes, sir.
You all right, Sheriff Truman? I think you're gonna need to call that ambulance.
Fucking G.
Collected. Dude was, the training in the range paid off,
It did.
Good on Cooper for starting that training, because, at the beginning, Andy was dropping his gun and fucking, it went off, before they even entered the room. And now, boom, taking down Jock, square in the shoulder. People love shooting people in the shoulder in this show. And the bird even, too, Laura's shoulder.
Right. The shoulders.
Yeah, seems to be kind of the mark of death.
This is why at schools they don't let you show shoulder.
This is the true reason. Yes, if you're ever marked in the shoulder,
you're bound to get shot in the shoulder.
And then you die.
You
never
shot something.
The shoulder injury never kills you, but then you die afterwards. Everyone has. Literally, Laura, shoulder injury, dead. Jock, shoulder injury, dead. Leo, shoulder injury, dead. It's just, the math checks out. I think it's kind of case closed at this point. And Laura's a little more iffy. I don't know. It was just kind of...
It's the same as why I've never signed the Constitution. All those motherfuckers died.
That's true.
That's why I don't do it. I won't sign, and I'm tired of people asking me to. But James, Donna, and Maddie back at the Palmer house listen to the tape from Jacoby's Coconut. It's Laura. Hey, what's up, Doc? I was thinking about James. I'm having these funny thoughts, and James, he's so sweet, but he's so dumb. And James is like, God damn, man, what the fuck?
This man from his dead. It's it's just gotta hit. You know, he
It's
does
gotta
say
hurt.
he does
It's
say
hurt.
like,
It
you know,
hurts.
I'm glad I heard it. You know, I could
Yeah,
have gone,
like,
but like,
in fact, he's
damn.
probably like, this actually explains a lot.
Yeah.
Like this helps
Yeah.
a lot.
You know, maybe
and
this
it was-
gets James to kind of be like, I gotta spice it up a little bit. You know, he's like, you know, maybe he's like sweet. You know, you can be sweet, but maybe
he's sweet but dumb. But that's the
yeah.
thing is, I don't think he feels bad about that. I think
That's
that's
true.
just like, he's like, that is who
Yeah.
I am. I'm
Yeah.
not the weird
He
one.
holds
You know,
true.
Leo's the bad guy.
Yeah. He does hold true, and you know
he does.
he does say like, you know, sorry I had to hear that, Madeline. He still sticks to his character.
Yeah.
He doesn't change.
He's
you
still
know?
a good dude. He's a good man.
yeah,
James
but,
is a good kid. But yeah, Laura, she continues, you know, about how there's this guy that she's been sleeping with, and he really lights her FIRE like a red Corvette, and so we know that she's at least on several occasions enjoyed the company of Leo Johnson. And she says that she thinks he's even tried to kill her, but you know she got off on that.
Yeah. I guess I didn't think of that possibility. Well, Jock really doesn't seem to know about the train whatsoever, but like of like an accidental, like it was just taken a little too far. Like this was play, and it was just, you know, for sexual purposes, but oops, like yeah, actually,
Oops, now you're dead. Yeah,
ooh, that well, yeah, loss of blood, small cut. It's like a weird like. Did she just slowly bleed out? Was she like that? Like,
it's
I don't
really unclear.
Yeah, like I feel like there hasn't been a good explanation of like how she died, and so.
Well, and I remember that's kind of what Doc Hayward said. He said he's like, the best we can come up with is loss of blood, but there's no single wound that was big enough for it to have been just that. There are several small cuts. Like it's just, there's still kind of a vagueness about the way she actually dies. But yeah, I don't know. We'll and again, I don't even think we really get that explanation either. Like like I said, we'll get to the movie, and it's the last week of her life.
That's true. Yeah,
including
up until
the last moments.
So I feel like you know there.
Rough.
Yeah, I feel.
Yeah. Like I know how she dies. But
yeah,
it's
eesh. Yeah, it's just It
Oh,
doesn't. This really threw a wrench. That's for sure. I mean, but not. I guess the train car still exists. It just feels like something just got pulled out. Not really that we're going a completely new direction. It's just that like, well, Jock and Leo just might not actually have been the killers, and like they actually just kind of were into some weird shit. And now,
like Jock says, when he woke up, Leo was gone, and so were they, and his car was gone. And all so like, there's Leo's not exactly exempt yet. I would say Jock is.
That's
but
true. Yeah, whatever happened to the train
Leo's not
car?
out of the woods yet.
Yeah, whoever's in the train car is, I mean, that I think is where it went down, where Laura did die there. And yeah, I guess that could make that makes the most sense right now. Crazy how Leo went from maybe he helped, maybe he beat the shit out of Jock.
No,
and then Jock
he doesn't seem like a good guy.
Well, and then it's actually no, he beats the shit out of Laura. Or like, you know, and
also Jock for the
Jock.
fun of it.
I guess because Jock doesn't even know why. He just got the shit beat
Jock's
out of
just
him.
like, he was like, it was just fun.
Yeah, what the fuck?
He just liked doing it.
Is that like it? And he's cool with like is it just he was on a rage?
He's like, that's how we got down, you know, like that's kind of what Jock says. He's just like, that's kind of what we did, you know. Man. Like he hit me over the head with a bottle and I passed out.
Holy shit. Like, are people living like this? This is kind of like eye-opening. I mean, like I feel like this is kind of, you know, held to some extremes, but I gotta imagine there's some people like this out there, you know.
Probably.
Like, yeah, I mean, man, that's a crazy thought. There might be a Leo Johnson and a Jock fucking like last night. That could have been a night that happened for two real human beings on Earth.
Horrifying.
But,
Horrifying.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not good, but James is glad to hear it, Donna, and there's some really, really interesting stuff, having just rewatched Fire Walk with Me with Emily, that just really, really hits hard with James and Donna and Bobby, and just seeing them kind of observe Laura and what they go through with Laura, and it's just I'll say that this was a really loaded scene fresh off a rewatch of that movie. But in the other room, Doc Hayward is getting a call, presumably about the heart attack Jacoby has just suffered. And he leaves and tells Donna to check on her mother. And it's then that James and Donna embrace, and James tells Madeline that Jacoby wasn't the killer. He was actually trying to help Laura. And Donna asks then how he got that necklace.
Yeah, very. He is definitely in a stalker mode. He does like to do some sneaking. I thought he could have been the mystery man. Doesn't seem like it now, unless there's two different mystery men.
Yeah, you're like now it seems like he got his shit rocked by the mystery man.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
doesn't help.
This maybe he truly was trying to help, but again, I still feel like he was.
I would actually direct us back to that recording that she left. I think she outs Leo Johnson as the mystery man.
That's true. I mean, it sounds like it.
She
like
says that
Corvette.
if I told you who the mystery man was, he might try to kill you. I think he's tried to kill me a couple times, but I got off on it. So we might be dealing with another mystery man that isn't the mystery man Laura was talking about.
God damn it! There's too much going on. There's too many pieces.
Because now we know the mystery man that Laura was talking about was Leo.
Laura's mystery man, was Leo.
But now there's just a mystery man that's about.
And who the fuck? No, in Leland is suspect number one, which doesn't make any sense because at the end of the episode he shoots fucking Agent Cooper. So like, I'm assuming that's the same dude, unless there's a goddamn another mystery man. There's another guy in the or whoever. And I guess that, I don't know, the gloves, or at least the outfit. It seems that this is
a lot of mystery, to be sure.
Yeah. So there's, I don't know, the mystery people, the people in black gloves and black jackets and ski mask. I need.
Let's go over the people that we've seen in the black leather jackets. We know we got Hank, but we watch Hank commit a murder without a mask on.
Yeah.
We saw Leland's rocking a leather jacket whenever he goes and kills Jock.
Yeah.
But again, not wearing a mask.
That's true. Yeah. No mask.
And it feels like those are two acts that if you're going to go ahead and do it, you might as well rock a fucking mask.
Hank doesn't care. I feel, Hank is like, he don't care. Leland is the interesting one. Because he seems inexperienced, but also experienced at the same time. The tie-up of the hand.
Yeah, like he knows what he should do, for sure.
That's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of nuts to like, I don't know, tape someone's hand up like that and put, I don't know, maybe you just know that's all.
Yeah, I mean, people, if you're gonna smother somebody, they're gonna lash out. So like,
yeah, but
I guess
him sitting in the living room late at night whenever Madeline walked out and looking over, and then like I thought he might have been sneaking up and looking at them possibly. It kind of lines up. Maybe he is just kind of the lawyer that's secretly the muscle as well. That's how he's a really good lawyer. But he just
is Leland as a lawyer protecting the horns by killing Jock?
Ooh,
so he doesn't talk when he wakes up.
Ah. Yeah, this.
Yeah, now we got a whole other layer there, and is that the strife? Like he should be killing him because he thinks he killed her daughter, or is he killing him because he knows who? Yeah,
Yes.
because he knows who killed his daughter,
Ooh.
and he needs to prevent them from being caught.
So
Like
good.
that's
Yes.
yeah.
it's
There's layers there. There's layers there.
man, because that reaction he has isn't like he's like crying, but also like
It's passion.
Yes,
like there's a lot going on behind those eyes.
Man, fuck yeah. There's like how the fuck Leland is really interesting now. Like that he kind of was this background kind of like I felt bad for him and like yeah, it's like oh okay, you know, like he's dealing with this stuff. But now it's like I never thought about before, you know, like this state like he is the lawyer for Ben and like he does probably do some shady stuff. So like he's definitely jumped up on the sus level. But like
right.
Him killing his own daughter, not like as the I don't think he killed his own daughter.
Oh yeah.
No. I mean,
I heard the little.
I mean,
and I'm curious though. What forum moment was going through your head there?
Yeah, I don't think so, but maybe he knows this world and he is truly like you know in the shady shit, and he knows about One-Eye Jacks and everything, and he you know never thought his sweet little daughter could ever end up there, so he was just you know never even worried about her getting to that point. I guess she did work at the department store, which is the funnel, so I don't know how he would let that happen. Do you think that
there's any chance maybe he found himself in a similar situation Ben might find himself in?
Yes, like a holy shit, wait, what the fuck? Like you either that or utter disappointment of like like I can't believe you are here right now. All I've done for you, like sort of like
so now death by 1,000 cuts.
But that is the weird part of like the way she like it's not like she was strangled. It's not like she was
smothered.
A big cut. Like it is just a bunch of little. I mean, it seems that like she was like beat like Leo. I don't know. Leo did some hurting on her, you know, as maybe Laura wanted. Still kind of up in the air, but I feel like that gets you in a state already of like, holy shit, I'm on the brink of death. You know, she liked that, or like getting close to death, whatever. He's almost killed me a few times, and you know I liked that. So like she's already close to death. So really, what does it take? Well, how much more does it take? You know, is the thing. It's probably pretty easy,
right? Yeah. Did Leo get her basically there, and then there was just one more little thing that happened, and that's that. Yeah, that's much to consider. Much to consider. But we'll head then to the lumber mill, where Leo is unloading his gas all over. He's pouring gasoline everywhere after tying Shelly up inside. He winds up a little ticking time bomb and tells Shelly, "You've got 1 hour to think about what you've done. And by the time that hour's up, Bobby Briggs will be fucking dead, okay? And then you won't be far behind him. All right. You broke my heart, Shelly. You broke my heart," he says as he leaves.
That big heart of yours, Leo. Big lover.
One guy we haven't given enough credit, I don't think, is Eric DeRay, the actor for Leo. He does a really, really stand-up job, you know. And it's not like there's a ton of nuance there. It's not like there's a ton that I feel like he really has to do. But what he does is really, really good. He's very believable as a giant piece of shit. This is slicked back. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good for him.
Yeah, this is what's that one video
attempted
game
murder
of all the killers? You know, you could play as the killers or whatever, and I don't know. They're always just like oh my, you can play as like
Row?
Steve Harrington. You can play it's like a Scream is in, or like a Scarface, or no, not Scarface. Like I feel like there's just a bunch of different
Ghostface.
Ghostface. Thank you, not Scarface. But like a bunch of those.
It's like that Mortal Kombat-esque sort of fucking
horror, whatever that game is. I feel like this version of Leo,
Injustice.
No, it's not like Mortal Kombat. Like it's more of like you're running away from a killer. There's like good people and then a killer chasing you. Is the vibe, but like. And so yeah, there's like Steve Harrington types where like there's 4 good people trying to run away and like get away. I don't know, get out of the map or something. And then there's
like
the killer.
Game. I don't know what it is though.
Yeah, and you can run and try to kill people. Leo would have a pretty cool kit here. Like the look fits, and then like an axe for sure, and then like the limp, like one arm just not really working. I feel like I don't know. It just it works really well.
Hard. That would be kind of hard. But yeah, he's clearly going through a lot. He says Shelly broke his heart. He ties her up, tries to burn her at the stake.
Damn. Yeah.
as one does. But
wow. Yeah,
elsewhere, Nadine is wearing a beautiful silk dress and writes herself a little note, puts the note on a tray before pouring a bunch of pills into a bowl, and then a water bottle into a glass.
No.
She's making herself a little alphabet soup.
No. I at least, if it was just left at this, and I still am holding out some hope for her. With
Right.
Ed, like that call, and like, I don't know, him, it feels like her heart might still, I don't know, like Ed could just be saying like, don't leave me. At least there's still some glimmer. But at this
Right.
point, whenever it cut, I was like, fuck. I'm like, I from the pink dress, I'm like, no. I was like, no. I'm like,
No.
and then she sat down, and then everything confirmed it later. I'm like, I'm like,
Yeah.
no. I'm like, no.
It's not
no.
good. It's not good.
Yeah, it was like, I was so ready for Nadine to fucking get millions of dollars on
patent
these
and
Drake
go
runners
away.
and fucking
Yeah.
God, not go away in this way. This is not the way. Yeah, this was sad.
Yeah, it was.
but-
Poor Nadine.
Yeah.
But elsewhere at the Martell house, Hank is counting money and putting it into a suitcase. He thanks Josie for the $90,000 and tells her, I know this is what we agreed on, but looking at it now, it just feels light. I thought about. I had a lot of time to think about this $90,000. It was everything to me for a long, long time, and how do you put a value on time? I was in for 18 months, $90,000. What's that? $5,000 a month? I just don't know. 90K. That's a lot if I've got decades left. But what if I only have 1 decade left? Maybe 2. Maybe I die tomorrow in a boating accident. Like the one that killed your husband. And it's a lot of exposition, but Hank and Josie do a really good job with it. So I'm curious. What do you take from this scene as far as their history?
This was the only scene of the episode that left me a little confused. I was because
I was curious because they don't actually elaborate on this, and I'm happy to divulge what they're talking about.
Yeah, because it seems that
because I think it just clears things up.
Like, I was trying to it seems that he was like, this accident that killed your husband, and I'm going away to prison for vehicular it feels like
manslaughter.
He took the fall for the crime that she committed. Is that it? Because didn't he say that she was explicitly responsible for the death of her husband, or
he did that, for her.
Okay.
He killed her husband for her, and then went on a smaller charge of vehicular manslaughter so that he wouldn't come under suspicion for the actual murder he did commit.
Okay. That's the clarity that I need, or the clarification I needed there, because I'm like, how do you murder someone and then get a smaller vehicular manslaughter
He
charge?
did
I'm
it. There was another charge that there
you
was
commit
and
another crime. That's crazy to commit. I mean, is that a legit strat in the real?
And that's the thing. I don't think he did the vehicular manslaughter. He took the fall for the vehicular manslaughter, and I don't know who did that. I don't think whoever did that actually ever got what was coming to them. I think that Hank was just like, "Yep, that was me. 18 months put me away." Instead of being like, "Yeah, I guess I could do 25 to life for this murder of a very, yeah." So.
I'm wondering, how long? 5 years? He says he was in there. Is that right?
Well, 18 months, so a year and a half.
Oh, 18 months. Yeah, not even close.
But,
okay, definitely way more possible. I was thinking, who do you need to kind of make sure this runs smoothly and that the police don't really find out who's going on? You need a really good lawyer. In Leland, because I don't know, Leland is top of mind, I guess, right now, of anything that he could be involved in. And if he's kind of, that team up that Josie kind of had with Ben, it makes a lot more sense for Josie to be teamed up with Leland, possibly.
Right. And there's also the fact that she's in good with the sheriff. Who knows what she can whisper in his ear and kind of convince him of, and he's a good officer, but we've
That's
seen him be a little shoddy with his police work. Who knows how much Josie is swayed.
That's right. How off? That's right. Had they been? He says they've been dating or seeing each other for I think he said
about
for
a year.
Oh, okay. So, maybe. Okay. Wow. Yeah. There's, Josie and Leland. Surprisingly, too. I guess Josie, I knew would become a bigger player in something like has to be revealed with her still. Something's still going on, but Leland.
Yeah, there's just always been an air of mystery around her, so there was always going to be something. But yeah, Leland's kind of come out of left field for you here for sure.
Yeah, this is an interesting development, that's for sure.
You see that he's capable of something a little bit more grievous than you previously expected. But Josie insists that they had an agreement, and Hank's like, yeah, and I'm going to hold up my end of the deal. I'm going to make sure it goes down. Let's go ahead and shake on it. There's another saying I learned in prison, and this is an Oriental philosophy. Once you do business with someone, you're in business for life. And they do the little thumb blood pact.
Whoa. I mean,
he licks it off. She puts it on his lipstick. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, she even, her putting it on her lips was interesting. She kind of was like, you know what? I kind of fuck with it a little bit. Not enough to lick it. She was like, that's a little weird. But at least,
I think she was frightened, and there was
it did look fearful.
Kind of like.
Yeah, it did look very fearful.
It felt like one of those things that they just kind of like happened upon, like on set. It was like, well, he licks it off. What should she do while she's afraid? And they were like, I don't know, put it on your lips or something. Yeah,
I mean that does go kind of hard though. Just a blood pact. I don't know, like just anything like that, like the John Wick kind of pendant, the little blood.
Right.
Blood.
My favorite
thumbprint.
shot actually comes during this scene too. Hank's talking to Josie, and a mounted deer on the wall is perfectly behind him, and it makes Hank look like he has horns.
Oh yeah, that's okay. I saw that in the box, and I'm like, when does that happen? I'm like, horns. I'm like, devil horns. I'm like, fire. I was thinking like during the fire.
Well, I do think that they are trying to. They are obviously trying to communicate something a little bit, but I don't know how grievous they are trying to paint Hank, but like he has devil horns at a point in this episode explicitly. He is facing the same direction as the mounted deer head, and they spur out of the top of his head perfectly. But I
mean, that dude does not care about life at all. He just. I feel like if the town has a devil right now, it's either Ben Horn or Hank or both. And I think kind of the mastermind would be Ben, and the doer of the business is Hank.
Old Hank Jennings.
Yeah. So but yeah, not I don't know. I didn't catch that. I guess on the watch the lineup. I like that.
It's perfect. It's perfect. But we are next with. I spread the love to one of these characters. If it's not Dale Cooper, for me, it was one of either of these two characters with Catherine and Pete.
Yeah.
I thought both of them were incredible this episode. Catherine is looking through the accounting office, tearing through it, opening drawers, screaming, yelling, and Pete walks in and is like, well, what's going on, dear? And, she's looking for the ledger. Are you working with her? What's going on? He's shutting every blind slowly because everyone's looking in, and she, she appeals to his sweet nature. Pete's a good man. And we got a cliffhanger with Pete this week. I don't love it. And Catherine, frankly, we don't know either what happened to either of them.
That was kind of crazy.
But,
I thought for sure that we were going to get a little resolution. No,
no, not quite. We're leaving it all to the season 2 stuff. But they're looking. She's like, please. There was love between us once. Like what I know we don't. Look at each other the same way, but there's been a couple moments throughout the season where you've seen that look from Pete, where he's kind of like, yep, that's my wife, regardless of everything. Like he's like, I do love this woman in some way, and it's kind of fucked up, but I do. Like a couple weeks ago, it was a couple weeks ago. Whenever they go to the party with the Icelanders, and lay off the sauce, Kathy. And she's like, maybe a couple belts and you'll even look good to me. And he like watches her walk away with a smile on his face and stuff. Like, it's just like they have that banter that like, I don't know why it works, but it kind of does. And, and she's obviously playing him a little bit. She brings him in for a hug and pats him on the back and pets him and stuff. And, but yeah, he's agreed to help her.
That hug. Oh my God. When he goes in, like,
he's just such a sweetheart, man. Yeah. He's just a simple man who wants to love his wife, and she's a conniving backstabber, and that's just how things go.
It did feel like 30% genuine from Catherine.
Yeah, that's what's cool about Catherine is that I don't think she's not pure evil. Like she's not a good person by any stretch of the imagination, but I would say she's a better person than Ben. Like she's a better person than a lot of the people she deal with on any given day. But I mean, she still sucks. But there had to be something for a sweetheart like Pete to be like, you know what? Yeah, I love you. But
you were. Like and she's like was talking about his glory days of like you could climb up a tree like a cat or whatever just imagining lumberjack Pete
Martell
let's fucking go. Pete's just kind of that guy this
he's
episode.
Got it like that. But the Rizzler at the station house, the officers tell stories about the arrest. Andy's like, yeah, and then I did this thing, and I shot him right there. And he keeps looking up at Lucy, and Lucy's looking at him, and she is impressed. She can't help it, but Andy's like, he looks at her like, you're listening, right? And she walks over to a different room, and Hawk's like, go get her, Andy.
Do it, Andy. You got this, man.
Yeah. He walks in, he kisses her, and she's like, Andy, I'm pregnant.
Boom. Yeah.
And that's this was the call. Yeah, this was the call. Last week you were a little worried for Lucy.
Was something so bad, and like, this. I mean, I thought she had cancer. I thought, I was like, oh my God, are we gonna be losing Lucy? But now, I guess her and Andy seem to have been a thing, but like. But this kiss seemed kind of like the first time that they've kissed, and like to be pregnant, I don't know. It takes a lot more than a kiss. So I feel like that's why Andy kind of walked off a little,
walks away.
Yeah, because he knows that it's just not his kid. But now I'm wondering, who's the other man?
Who's Lucy's man here?
Who's this other guy?
Dude, the way we already have, like, I'm not gonna lie, it's nobody. There is a possible other man, that will enter in season 2. The cast expands in season 2 exponentially. Like you will meet more people, and there will be more players involved in season 2, which is a lot of fun. But and I won't spoil exactly how that comes about or anything, but it's that storyline in season 2 is pretty fucking funny.
So
but
maybe an unmet person then. Yeah, because no one was popping out. There was no one that.
It's
that
Coop.
made sense.
No, I'm just kidding.
That would be crazy. Coming in,
Coop and Lucy
boom.
hooked up one night. But Lucy has to go answer the phone.
Display is incredible, and then right then and there. Yeah, I don't know, but
Lucy, you make a mean cup of coffee. But
he could get.
How would you like to make one for me tomorrow morning?
Oh, Coop. I mean, Cooper could land anybody. That dude. I mean, if he truly wanted to, I swear, dude. And I guess I'll wait for it. I guess I'm jumping the gun on a lot of things. I need to chill on some things. But
but yeah, like you said, Andy walks away, kind of stunned in silence. Maybe a little, there's a vague disappointment to him there. But Lucy answers the phone, and it's Bobby. But he's impersonating Leo. He says that you should tell Sheriff Truman to check out James. He's an easy rider. You got that? He's an easy rider. And Lucy's like, but Leo, we're looking for you. Leo. Like, Bobby has no idea how much he's fucking things up right now.
Yeah. Not good. At least there was that detail of Lucy being like, there was a clock in the back or like a ticking noise or something. And I hope Cooper... It seems that he looked up in the air and he had like a thought about it for a second, but he seemed that he didn't quite figure it out and that he really thought this was Leo. But I hope he.
Oh yeah, they fully buy that this is Leo. There's no
Yeah.
reason for them not to. You know, like he has them pull the detail off of Leo's house and move it to the park. She thinks she heard the clock,
That's
which is
right.
where Bobby was.
Yup. That's
but Bobby
right.
heads straight to Leo's house, accidentally luring them away from what was potentially going to be his murder site.
The clock actually fucked him. Yeah.
Yeah, it actually
it let
did.
Leo die, which maybe is a good thing. But I mean,
Yeah. But now they don't have Leo to question. You know,
Yeah.
like it does fuck up the greater investigation for sure because Bobby is a petulant little fuck. I mean, don't get me wrong,
feel-
Leo deserved a lot, but
like the clock detail, I hope can come back. Like because now they're gonna find Leo dead. I guess next, Andy does say that on the phone. They already did
We
find
found him. He's been shot.
Yeah.
But so they're gonna have to like piece together his death, I guess. And I wonder if no, Bobby probably ran away. Yeah, Bobby's probably not there. So I wonder how they will piece together that like that was Bobby on the phone and not Leo, or if they ever do. But yeah, I don't know. Now it's like we have to solve. They're gonna have to solve Jock's murder and Leo's murder. And they're even more lost on Laura's murder. So it's like yeah, we thought we had the guys, and then now we maybe do, but now they're both dead. So kind of hard to figure out if we really got them.
yeah,
or
where
not.
do you go from there?
But-
Where do you go from there? But regardless, at the hospital, Cooper and Harry interrogate Jock. He says that Leo had hit him with a whiskey bottle and he passed out. When he came to, Leo and the girls were gone. Obviously, we get a lot more of the details, all the stuff about how that wasn't their first rodeo, wasn't the first time they'd been out there. They weren't St. Mary or anything. So like they got down up at the cabin. The ads were Laura's idea. She had Ronette do it again, going back to that she was corrupted, so she liked to corrupt others sort of vibe. It's not a lot of good. And Doc Hayward says that Dr. Jacoby is stable. Cooper's like, well, fuck. I guess Leo must have taken both the girls to the train car himself. And Hayward reports that Jacoby saw Laura Palmer in the park. It's just a whole lot of stuff. A whole lot of stuff happens here, and they're not sure what to do, where to go. They're just like, we got to find Leo Johnson. And we digress, but back at the Martell house, Catherine and Peter looking through the shelves, but cannot find the book that they're looking for. And over the phone, Hank anonymously tells Catherine that the book is in the shed. Tells Catherine to get ready to meet him there, and she goes ahead and packs a gun. I love whenever she like looks at Pete and waves him out, and he's like, "I guess I'll look in the other room."
Yeah, still, yeah, kind of the hierarchy is still in place. That's
for sure.
But doesn't leave. But yeah, this man, I guess there is still the cliff. Like it seemed that Catherine and Shelley got out, but like it is, I guess, the cliffhanger there. But at least like this is their way of getting her there, here. So
this seals the deal on the Packard siblings for Josie and Hank here. Because she was married to Catherine's brother. This is the Packard mill, so is she just trying to gain full control over it? Is that the idea?
Seems like it. Yeah, this is at least paying Hank $90K. I think this is you want a lot for your money, but or whatever.
I want a lot for my time.
Yeah. So he's I don't know, he's putting in the work. There's a lot of things in motion, and it seems that Josie is she's the one that comes out on top along with Ben, that gets the land or whatever. So like it seems those are the only two that are really profiting from this right now. And Hank got a payday, I guess. So but did he profit from this, or is he profiting from doing 18 months in
I think they were both. It's all part of the same deal is how I see it. All of it is the same shit. But I love the way the sequence is edited. We go from Hank on the phone with Catherine talking about this to Hank talking to Norma about his time in the joint. They mattresses are about this thin, so it makes you wonder how they got all those rocks in there. And they're like, ha ha ha. So yeah, forgive me if I say I dreamt about you every night, laying on that nice feather bed. And she's like, all right, Hank. And he's trying to charm her, but he reminds her that they have been together 20 years, which is a long
That's
fucking
crazy.
time.
When did they? How old are they? They're like 30 something. Did they get together when they were 10? Like or fucking like 13.
Yeah, I mean, since high school, she's probably late 30s.
I guess fair enough.
Maybe early 40s. Yeah.
Wow, this is kind of crazy. 20 years. Yeah, they had to be high school or like middle school sweethearts. Yeah, or like.
Well, I'm gonna go with them being early 40s.
Yeah, I guess they're. Yeah, I'd give them late 30s. Yeah, late 30s or early. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, if they've been together 20 years and she's 38, that's senior year. That they started seeing each other or something. Like that's.
Damn. Yeah, but Hank, fucking psychopath, killer, dude's crazy. But it's like I don't know if this is just in his psychopath toolkit to be able to turn it on like this and actually like convince Laura or Norma. And I don't know, it could be genuine, but it feels like absolutely not.
No,
it feels like 100%.
It's very possessive and psychopathic.
It's
It's not from a good place. And yeah, he convinces he semi-convinces her. They kiss and stuff, and then we cut to Big Ed finding Nadine on the floor. So that's the kind of mirroring, like where she's back in it with Hank, he's back in it with Nadine. Now he can't leave Nadine because she just tried to fucking kill herself. Like that's a that's a whole other bag. So now we're back to square one with Norma and Ed. They're really stuck in it now. But regardless. We'll then cut back to the sheriff station where Lucy gives Harry the message from Bobby as Leo, and she says she heard a clock striking in the background, the clock over at Easter Park, and Cooper instructs Hawk to set up a perimeter over there. James approaches Harry, and he's like, I got to talk to you, and Cooper's like, you know what, Harry, how about you investigate this? I'm going to talk to James for a little bit. Very, very smooth on Cooper's part here. Goes ahead and takes him in and talks to him for a little bit. It's then that Leland enters and asks Harry if he has found the killer, and he's like, I can't really tell you that, there's nothing conclusive yet. We're still investigating. It's an active investigation. I can't tell you anything. I'm so sorry. And he goes outside. It's Hayward that tells Leland to go home to Sarah. It's where he's needed most. He asks him if he's heading to the hospital, and he's like, no, I'm heading home. And Leland looks off into the distance and goes, hospital. Just in case you were curious about where he was thinking about going.
Yeah, he's, could it, like, I guess if he is truly this mystery man, beating up Jacoby here, he would have to walk from there all the way to the sheriff's office, and then, I guess, I don't know, could be driving or whatever, but it kind of, it tracks. Like, I get it, like, he could have done that, gone to the sheriff's office, been like, hey, it seems, you got the guy, whatever. It's like, okay, and then now I'm on to the hospital to kill the guy. But that's a lot of bang, 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 like back in
a lot of activity for him there.
So
where he's appearing in multiple places, very, very close, and it's just like there's a lot there. But it's definitely still a guy to keep your eye on. He's definitely a more interesting character after what comes next. But there's a lot going on there. But yeah, James in the other room gives Cooper a copy of the tape, and Cooper asks James about Jacoby seeing Laura. So that have anything to do with you? You're playing a very dangerous game, man. I don't know what the fuck you're up to, but Jacoby's in the hospital with a heart attack. And he's like, oh God, is he going to be okay? Like, fuck, that's not what we meant to do. Shit.
Yeah.
And Cooper shows that's when Harry shows back up, and he's like, Cooper's like, I'm asking you a lot of questions, and I'm going to start needing a lot better answers, James. Why the fuck is this in your bike? And he picks up a bag of cocaine. That's where we leave it with James. We don't get any more James, I don't think.
Yeah, and that, he probably will say, I have no idea how that got in there.
Right.
And obviously that is like they're gonna.
That's
be like,
not a great
well,
answer. Yeah,
it's terrible. Well,
it's true, but it's not. There's nothing you can do about it.
so it is a sticky situation. That does
Discombobulation. Yeah.
So, but I mean, well, he said if anything, he sits in a cell for a little bit. Even if they do arrest him, I don't. I mean, it is a lot of cocaine like that.
Yeah, I mean, like you gotta look into this. Like there's no doubt about it. You gotta go. Well, this is a lot of cocaine. Yes, it was in your bike. I trust you, James, but this is a bad look. You were seeing Laura. We know you were seeing Laura. We know she had a cocaine problem. Like there's just a lot there that like you can't turn your head the other way on. So. Yeah, James does start season 2 in a cell. I'll tell you that too.
Yeah.
In the holding cell, the holding cell of the Twin Peaks Sheriff Station. But
damn. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, maybe Donna and Madeline come clean with everything, and they're just like, you know what? Like we've been doing this on the side. We just gotta with everything that's going on. James in this cell, we gotta just tell you what's going on. And well, I guess that doesn't really clear up Bobby.
Where's the fun in that?
Yeah, and how the coke got in there though. So that is they don't even really know. I guess. So, yeah. I wonder if it's be hard for Coop or them to put together Bobby's trail, because Bobby goes on kind of a crazy trail of watching him putting the coke in there, making the call for Leo or as Leo and everything. Like Bobby does a lot kind of that night.
He's all over the place.
So yeah, man, Cooper and the sheriff's office has got a lot of work to do tomorrow morning.
They're going to be busy tomorrow, to be sure. Probably not a lot of sleep in the cards for Coop. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, I forgot.
Maybe more sleep than he would like.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, needs some rest, actually. He actually needs some rest.
He needs to get busy, but he can't be busy. It's a rough situation to be in. But obviously getting shot 3 times. But the Icelandic investor up at One-Eyed Jack's named Einar Thorson prepares to sign Ben's contract in Blackie's office, and Hank calls to tell Ben that Leo Johnson's about to get a house call. It's time to black flag the firebug.
Yeah. Okay. So all part of the plan.
Yeah, they were always gonna kill whoever burnt the mill so that they couldn't talk. Kind of connects back to the potentiality with the maybe Jock knows who killed and they didn't want him talking and all that good stuff. There's a little bit of something there. They know they make sure they cover their tracks.
Seems like a common thing they do of I don't know, they commit. Hank seems to be like maybe the actual muscle of I think whenever I was saying like who the devil of the town is, it's probably Ben and Hank. And I think like Hank is just kind of Ben's muscle. Like anytime he needs something kind of done, he's kind of the man who does it, and I guess who will take the fall as well for Josie, really. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of interesting if Ben's connected with that. It feels that he would be
right. And how much is Hank operating independently? Like, does he know he's working with Josie? Is that something that he knows is going on? Like, I don't know. It's there's a lot going on there. But yeah, he's like, I'm gonna go see Leo. I'm gonna fucking kill him. It's basically what we got there. But
good timing on him though. He kind of gets to
for sure.
save Bobby there. Yeah, that was really coming in last moment. But yeah, nice. This was at least a nice confirmation of like, well, I guess Leo wasn't actually supposed to make it out of this at all. Like, and he was.
No, and for a fact that Ben is more than comfortable ordering hits. That's something he does. So we hadn't actually had. We'd suspected that we hadn't had proof that that's something he's done. But it's then that Bobby enters the Johnson house looking for Shelley, and Leo pushes the door shut, and he goes, Bobby. And he's like, oh, Leo, thank God. You were just who I'm looking for. The cops, man, they're looking for you. And he's like, oh, I'm sure. And he swings an axe at him, blaming him for, Shelley's death. You made me kill her, all this good stuff. And just as he is about to strike the final blow and Bobby falls back into the TV, Leo is shot falling back onto the couch. And it's then that we see Hank through the window. And Bobby leaves as Jared and Chet embrace each other on Invitation to Love while Montana dies. Feels very reflective of the moment. Leo looking at somebody just freshly shot on TV, and it's heavy.
Man, and I guess I was operating that Leo was obviously dead. It looked like he took a shot to the heart. And I mean, he did take a bullet before, but this one, I don't know. If he
did a little more damage, it seemed a little more well placed.
So I mean, Andy does say, we found Leo. He's been shot. Not necessarily. He's
not that
dead,
he's dead,
100%. But so I guess it's still up
Good
there.
catch.
But I don't know. It felt like Leo. I don't know the acting.
Yeah,
I guess.
Like looking at the TV as somebody on the TV dies and all that good stuff. It definitely felt reflective of his experience in that moment. But so that's how we leave the season for Leo Johnson and Bobby Briggs. And Hank Jennings. So, just nice little last moments here as we cascade towards the finale. Shelley struggles in her bonds back at the mill as Catherine enters, and she's like, holy shit, somebody's here to help. Thank fucking God. It's been about an hour. Approaches with a gun. She's like, oh my God. Whoa, 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 whoa. Catherine goes, I can't understand you. You have a thing in your mouth.
What the fuck? Like, come on.
Incredible. I love, that's a fucking hysterical moment from Piper Laurie there as Catherine. I can't understand you. You have a thing in your mouth. And she's like, help me. And she's like, hold on a second. I'm thinking. The bomb explodes. The fire spreads. No, she's like, we've got time. It's okay. This mill won't go up in a second.
Like there's
you were in for a slow death, Shelley.
Everywhere.
Don't worry.
Yeah, she's like, this is a mill. I can cut you free at any time.
I'm curious what she was considering in this moment.
Of like leaving her there, or like why is she
does
there?
She consider
or like
is and I'm gonna spin a yarn here, and it's not 100% informed by what's to come. Maybe a little bit, but not completely. There's just a lot. There's just a lot going on. So I don't want to clue you into anything. Is there any chance she was considering leaving Shelley there and pretending that it was her?
Oh,
like going into hiding.
I guess I didn't think of.
She leaves her car outside. Maybe Shelley dies here, and they burnt to a crisp. They can't identify the body. Maybe they think it's Catherine. All that. Like, and then she, then she can operate from the shadows, sort of shit. But then obviously her better wits prevail, and she saves Shelley.
Yeah, I can't let this girl die. I guess
it was nice. It was a nice moment. A rare moment of humanity that we get from Catherine, for sure.
Like at least I thought whenever she was like, "I'm thinking," what went through my head, I'm like, okay, she's thinking of leaving her there. She's like, okay, what do I gain from leaving her there? I didn't really think of like that it could be seen as her body. I was thinking of like. She knows that there's a lot of moving parts around this burning, and maybe like for the insurance, something like there needs to be like
if there's a death, is there a bigger payout or something like that?
There needs to be a death, and something like that. Like she's like, okay, just going through all of those things of kind
all the possibilities. There's a lot going through her head there. It's definitely not one thing or any one thing, but she ultimately lets her nicer side prevail. She saves Shelley. They try to run out of there together, and it's a good look for Catherine. It's one of those moments where you're like, okay, so you're not completely fucking evil. That's nice.
Yeah. It really looked like they got out of there. At least I had no impression that they were still in danger.
That's kind of what's informing my theory that maybe something about Catherine faking it, because she does leave her car there. She doesn't drive away with Shelley or anything, but we do. We're pretty sure they get out. So, like, what's the benefit of leaving the scene looking like she's still there?
I guess her car is still there. Yeah. So.
Yeah, she doesn't drive away. Like it's not. But they do run out. Shelley doesn't die here. And like that's.
Wow. Yeah, that is weird. Yeah, what is she?
Yeah, I'm just trying to spin like what could she? What's the motive? What's she trying to do here? Yeah, like there's. There's a lot. And that. What is she thinking about? That's why I wanted to, because there's something she's thinking about, and she's making a plan in that moment for what she's gonna do.
I mean, it makes sense. Like she's worried right now. Like she's definitely. Not
she shows up. She shows up with a gun, ready to face whoever's there. She thinks she's gonna be greeted with a ledger. A bomb goes off. Fire starts spreading. She's like, "Holy shit! They want me dead. What can I do? How can I capitalize here? You know, like what's the benefit of them thinking I'm dead? Maybe, you know.
Yeah, and man, because she doesn't really have. I don't know. Her only like team up was Ben. At least it seemed. I guess she could do stuff from the shadows. But like I don't know.
Yeah, she's savvy. She could probably figure some shit out for sure.
Yeah, but it is her car still being that is like, I don't know, big red flag or big boom or big important
like
factor.
what are you doing there? What are you doing there? But yeah, so nice little moment there, and it's the last we see of Catherine and Shelley in season 1. And after that, we head to the hospital. So this is the cascade I was talking about. Leo gets shot by Hank. Catherine and Shelley escape from the fire. Then we head to the hospital, where a fire alarm goes off, and Leland tapes Jock's hand to his bed and smothers him to death with a pillow. Great scene, great moment. Ray Wise does an incredible job. The way that he like is shaking with deep welling emotion, and then quelling it as soon as the fire alarm stops and stuff. Like it's really good. But yeah, we've obviously talked about this quite a bit. Is there anything else you wanna touch on with Leland killing Jock?
No, other than just kind of the timing of the fire alarm as the distraction as the fire of the mill is going on.
Right.
Like it doesn't. The only thing to me it might be is like Leland knows the mill's going down too, and like this, he is like actually in this operation.
Yeah, one thing I will note is that Ben has treated Leland with
that's true
nothing but
like,
dismissive.
Get him out of my life.
Yeah,
he said
he can't.
Get him out of my life. That's fair. Yeah. So yeah, Leland's weird. He's either like
I've been taking this as a crime of passion. He's convinced this guy killed his daughter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. That feels right.
It also, I feel like that emotion is much more reflected in his eyes too, like the deep anger and sadness and frustration as he does it, and kind of it feels like a switch has turned. Like he's like, "Yep, this is something I've done." Like I did this, and there's kind of that pain in his eyes. I don't know, like there's a
definitely felt like his first kill. Like this wasn't actually something he's done before. Like I know I did say like it did seem a little experience with the tying up of the hand, but his reaction was kind of like
the emotion, like
shit,
it wasn't cold. It wasn't like
it
was like this is something I do. No, like this felt passionate. It's a rough one. But and it's the last we see of Leland in season 1 and Jock permanently. But approaching the mill, Pete Martell, my favorite character of the episode, asks Decker if anyone is in the mill. And he asks if anyone is in the mill, and he's like, I don't know, sir. And he's like, well, that's Catherine's car. And he's like, oh, God, sir, do you think she's in there? And he's like, I guess I'm going to have to find out. They're like, wait, Pete, what? He's like, she's still my wife. And he runs in with a fire hydrant and hope. He's a fucking G, man. I love me some Pete Martell.
Yeah, it makes it more likely that Catherine would want to fake her death here after like opening up again to Pete and having that moment, and then Pete would actually be like distraught about this and fucking like, oh my God, she's dead.
Okay, so you're not worried about Pete at all.
I sure fucking hope not. That dude, I mean, he had, like he took in was that an extinguisher that he took with him?
Yeah,
or
fire
like,
extinguisher.
I mean, I hope that's like enough to pave his own path, of safety, and so he's good. But
But what a G, running in there into a blazing building for his wife, who he doesn't even really love anymore, but she's still my wife. What a guy, what a man. Jack Nance is Pete Martell. Had to give him something this season, so I love it. I love him, so I'll give him the character in the finale here. But
yeah, he's, I don't know,
harumph. But we'll continue.
I was just thinking, to fake a death, it's really, I don't know. It's really nice if you have a burnt skeleton, like, to leave behind.
Yeah, but somebody watched Pete run in there.
That's true. It's not
like he ran in secret. Like,
somebody
knows Pete went in. He was holding a fire extinguisher. Likely his body would be found next to it. Like, it's like there's enough distinguishing evidence of Pete that he cannot be confused for Catherine, you know?
So does she actually throw Shelley back in there? Is like, I mean, what other body? I mean, female. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think they can tell the difference between a male and female skeleton. I think that's a thing. But maybe if it's burnt to a crisp, not.
Yeah, I don't know. Kathy.
And yeah, this it seemed to be like a section of the mill. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Like, so it wasn't like the whole thing going down. Like, so like is.
Well, it's all lumber and wood, though. I think the hope is that it spreads faster than they can.
Okay.
They can stop it.
So yeah, I guess there wasn't any signs of it stopping. There wasn't like any signs that it was.
Yeah, it was still a roaring inferno. Fire trucks hadn't arrived or anything. So like it was just Pete there, you know, like Pete and some guy.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Yeah, because I was like, is it actually gonna accomplish what they want? Like, is the mill actually all gonna go down and they will have the land, or is it actually gonna be like this? Or
is this proof that Leo isn't a seasoned arsonist?
Yeah, but yeah, I guess, I mean, yeah, Pete. I hope. I mean, yeah, I feel like. Yeah, he just runs in, sees that the building's empty, and runs back out, and then is confused as to why her car is there, or like, is he not going to give up until
he finds something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so that's the last we see of Pete Martell in season 1 of Twin Peaks. Probably the last we see of the guy they've referred to as Decker here. Also, I don't know. Don't remember him at all. But. Regardless, back at the at One-Eyed Jack's, Ben is signing the contract redacted by the Honorable M.J. Caffey Esquire, and the Icelandic investor leaves with 2 girls, and Ben says it's time for him to celebrate with the new girl. And we see Audrey dressed as the Queen of Diamonds, as she is shocked to see in a mirror Ben Horn entering. She has now learned her father is the owner of One-Eyed Jack's, and is coming to see her sexually. So,
yeah, I mean, like, Ben, I'm not on his side whatsoever. I don't respect the man at all. I hope he's not sick enough, you know.
I will tell you right now.
Please.
He's not.
Thank God. Okay.
Yeah, he's not. This has a very interesting. The way this plays out is very, very interesting. I'm excited for us to get there, but obviously that'll be next week when we cover the season 2 premiere. But yeah, this is definitely not an ideal spot to be in. No incest though. No incest here.
Okay. That's good.
This ain't Game of Thrones. This ain't House of the Dragon.
Yeah, so many cliffhangers. This one is one like, oh shit, like Ben, okay, owner, you know, that, in Audrey realizing this, that's cool. But then also like, holy shit, what the fuck?
The
is
looming threat of her dad entering a brothel to sleep with the new girl, and his daughter is the new girl. That's rough. Rough situation to be in. And that's the second to last moment in the episode as we now see Cooper walking down the hallway to his room while making a recording for Diane, noting that he's noted with pleasure that the Icelanders are gone. But he may still use the earplugs he received. Thank you, Diane. I obviously knew he received the earplugs, but
yeah,
just as a precaution, he might still use them.
You needed
to see them, didn't you?
Yeah,
you needed to see them, didn't you? I knew it.
Because I feel like it's this kind of more. I mean, they could really still be there, and she could be real, but it feels like he's playing the character up in his head, and like she is no longer in the picture, likely dead. And a previous lover of his, I feel like, is Diane. At least in my head, is who I think of Diane right now, and him. I think like this is the one kind of fantasy that he plays.
He allows himself,
yes.
sort of. Yeah.
This is the one thing that he is not in the not so factual. Well, the dream realm and shit. That's not so FBI by the books and shit. But I feel like everything else he's very by the books and very logical. But I think this is his one kind of where he can let go. I don't know and talk to Diane.
Yeah, he says, he ordered a glass of warm milk, so hopefully that'll help. There is really nothing better about modern civilization than 24-hour room service.
Man.
And
God, he's just too good. I don't know.
He is. He's too good. What a man. And he enters the hotel, and he enters his room and finds a note on the floor that says, "My special agent." He immediately assesses that this is probably from Audrey, I'm assuming. He gets a call, and he answers. But as he does, there's a knock at the door. He goes to answer it. We see a gun and 3 bullets fired into Cooper.
Wow. You talk about room service.
Yeah, no shit. Shit.
I mean, there's no way. There's no way he's actually dead. All in the gut, he's wearing a fucking vest. Bro's gonna fucking... He's gonna be fine, but I feel like the killer just runs off after this. They might just not have known, but maybe I feel like in this situation, like maybe the killer did know. They knew that this wouldn't kill him, and this was just to like send a message.
A warning
to be like I'm untouchable. Like you still don't even know who I am. I shot you 3 times in the gut, and you will feel that in the morning. Your morning cup of coffee is not going to feel so good.
It's not going to be great. But yeah, I'll since this is the end of the episode, I have 2 questions. I will start with the more immediately pressing. Who shot Agent Cooper?
Yes. So I've been thinking this mystery man might be Leland, and that doesn't make a whole lot of sense if Leland is shooting Cooper. So I feel like it's possibly someone I haven't met. Is one possibility.
All right.
Bob just doesn't. We only did see the hand and the gun of this person. So it wasn't like I'm thinking that this mystery man is kind of the same person, the one who's been sneaking around. But this one doesn't necessarily have to be. The only other person...
there's a lot of hands and a lot of baskets. A lot is going down. A lot of illegal shit is going down. Like
this, I don't know how she would benefit, but the only other person that was seen with a gun in a glove was Catherine walking through, and we don't know where she is, and I don't know why she would benefit from killing an FBI agent. Maybe she knows that he's the only one smart enough to put together her plan or something. I don't know. So she needs him gone.
Just as simple as somebody. This is a smart man with prying eyes, and I'm doing illegal shit, so I can't have him figuring it out, sort of thing.
Yeah, because like it feels like they're trying to build that this mystery man who's been sneaking around is the guy who shot Cooper, or like this all is the same person. Leland kind of falls flat in that area. Like it makes sense in some, but then in others it really doesn't.
So you're sitting in a place where if the first mystery man you see is Leland, it means this second person is somebody else.
Yeah, I feel like the person who shot Cooper isn't necessarily the person that was sneaking around and sleuthing before.
Gotcha.
I feel like that could be something else.
Good assessment.
And I don't. Yeah, I mean, I just it like Bob and Mike. Like it's not a one-armed person. Mike is pretty easy to tell. I feel like, and Bob.
Could Mike be the second guy?
Yeah, that's true. We only saw
the one who
hand,
shoots
one pistol.
Cooper.
That is fair. This is true. Let's see. No, he's at One-Eyed Jack's. Yeah. Catherine is kind of like surprisingly suspect number one. Only because I don't really
who shot
Cooper, because I don't really have a better answer. Other than maybe it's someone I don't know, and that doesn't feel really right.
Well, and nah, never mind. I was trying to approach something tactfully, but it might just limit the pool for you a little bit too much, and I don't want to do that.
I feel like Bob has to come back around. Bob and Mike have to come back around somewhere.
And like you speak to Bob and Mike, we haven't seen them in a while. Is there any chance that instead of it being someone that like you immediately saw before this, that it could be someone who hadn't been around in a little bit, like it kind of re-entering the scene, maybe like Bob or Mike, that would.
Yeah, I mean,
but even then,
they're. Yeah, I mean, there's like a lot of the other people are just like doing other things or dead, or like they're like a lot of the suspicious people. It could be Hank, but I don't know.
Yeah, is he on a shooting spree tonight?
Yeah, Black Flag, or like he was speaking some code. Like it seems like there's more to this mill burning. There's a lot of behind the scenes still going on. So I don't know if they fully planned for an FBI agent to be here and to take him out too.
Right.
But I guess Hank's just he doesn't have a problem with shooting people. I feel like he would have shot Cooper in the head though. However, the heart, or I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he does do this. What was the gun? Was it? I guess I'm trying to think of like what gun Catherine had whenever she walked into the mill.
It was definitely similar. It was that like she had that sort of small revolver sort of looking gun, which I think is similar to the one that shoots Hank.
Yeah,
or shoots Coop.
Yeah, and the that shot of Catherine walking through the mill with her gun, entering.
Good shot,
frame.
by the way. The pull from Shelley to the gun.
That was
a little
nice.
Spielbergian.
Yeah. I did like that. That was nice. Might actually go with that for my shot, because the other one I was thinking of is Leo behind the door whenever he comes out and closes the door behind
classic
Bobby.
Slasher
I just
shit,
I don't know. I'm a sucker for that, but that was, I don't know, the gun shot was pretty nice, but it was kind of, I was like, it did make Catherine seem a little mysterious, like to enter frame like that. I think I knew she was going there to get the ledger, but I was kind of like, wait, who is this? Could this be someone else like walking through with a gun? And then it's like, oh no, it's Catherine. So yeah, I don't know. Catherine, I feel like she is suspect number one for who shot Cooper, but I don't know why, other than just taking him out because he can figure shit out. And that's not really the strongest reason to shoot an FBI
Something
agent.
that I just considered, is there any possibility that Josie and Hank here aren't trying to just, like, if Catherine dies, good, but her showing up exactly at the time the mill burst into flames, is there any chance they're trying to frame her for burning it down?
Yeah, her car is there. That would...
So it's like a win-win. Either she's there right when it goes up in flames, or she dies because it goes up in flames. And either way, dub.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely seems Josie's profiting from this. She is like, so she's confident enough to pay Hank $90K to do all this and do all these things, and Ben also but also at the same time, Hank is reporting to Ben saying like, okay, like this is the next step, should do it, and then Ben's like, yep, proceed. So like, I don't know exactly where the orders are coming from, or like what Hank is who he's truly operating under. If it's both or separately.
Yeah,
Josie
is it just
Ben.
wherever the money's coming in, as long as it's not, I don't know.
So that part's still a little up in the air for me.
Gotcha. So you're leading suspect for who shot Cooper right now, and you don't have a lot. And again, I didn't expect you to have a lot to go on. This one is really, really sudden and out of nowhere. But Catherine is your leading lady right now.
Catherine is probably number one, and then Mike or Bob to rope them back in because they just haven't been around for a while.
All right.
But then, again, motive is still unclear there, unless they know that he had that dream and they're like, fuck, he fucking knows who we are, and they can sense that shit. I don't know if that's what we're getting back into, and they do need to take him out, and that could be motive. But I'm kind of talking out of my ass about the dream realm here, and if whatever comes through
you
there.
just don't have enough information about it yet. Yeah, there's a lot there with Bob and Mike that just has not been dove into yet. So like we'll definitely recontextualize some stuff for you in season 2, and we're gonna get back into that mystical shit next week. So I'm excited. But now for the bigger, grander question. Who killed Laura Palmer?
Yeah.
Now, obviously, this episode probably did more to eliminate people than it did to bring new people into suspicion. So where's that leave you?
So Jock is struck out. I'll put him in the box, but with a line through his name to eliminate him.
Yeah, like a previous sub. Yeah, he was a previous one.
And then Leo, still definitely a suspect for sure. Could have taken, like they said, like both of them to the train and done the rest there. I feel like Jacoby is still up there, that he could have taken them to the train, or like he could have like been spying on them in the cabin, and he's, that's how, I don't know, maybe he seems to be quite the stalker. Dude follows people around, so I feel like he's still suspicious. I had Emery.
You did mention. I was gonna say, you did mention you've mentioned a couple people this week that were new. You didn't mention someone from last week like Emery. That was what I was literally about to talk about.
And they didn't. I mean, this episode they didn't really build. He wasn't in it at all. But like I still, he's further down the line, I guess, than these people. I'm kind of doing it in order of suspicion. I'm actually gonna throw Bob before Jacoby. So Leo and Bob, and then Jacoby, and then I guess I don't know. Bernie was only in there because I thought it could have been Bernie and Jock together. Right. It was like a brother type thing. So I feel like Bernie's kind of stricken out as well. And then
the Renaults are eliminated.
I feel like they're just kind of just their sexual freak.
They're only a pawn in the game. Yeah.
But I'll throw Emery in there after Jacoby. And then I had Ben. Oh yeah, just at the order. Okay, Ben Horn. I don't know why. Just alone Ben confused me. I'm like Ben. Ben. I don't know why. I'm like I couldn't put it together, but Horn. Yes, at the order of Ben Horn. I feel like that is even more likely after this. Like gotcha. He seems to be calling the shots. And,
Yeah, but so you feel like this episode did nothing but eliminate people? You don't have any new suspects?
Just, I guess crossing out Jock is really, and then Bernie. Yeah, crossing out Jock and Bernie. And yeah, I don't think anyone else is added in there.
All right.
Yeah, Hank has been in prison. Unless there's some shit to get him out. I don't know. I don't know if that's possible.
Yeah,
not,
some sort of temporary leave where someone happened to get murdered.
But then I guess this mystery man, if it is someone else, or one of these people if I've listed, I guess it can't be Leo, it can't be Jacoby, could be Emery, can't be Ben, could be Bob, could be Mike with a prosthetic arm. No, it can't be Mike. So yeah, so
sorry,
a couple people, but I guess mystery man. I'll throw in there too if so, but yes, so kind of just crossing out Jock and Bernie, but adding mystery man in there, I guess.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
So I'm just gonna bring this back up because I know we talked about it during the episode with mystery man. The main suspicion you had for Mystery Man was Leland. Does that affect your assessment of that at all?
Yeah, that's why it's so Leland doesn't make sense at all, but he does for some situations, but it does make sense if there is still a lot to unfold with Leland, which I feel like there is. There is, like, he is a lawyer for a shady guy, but I don't understand how he gets to the point of killing his own daughter.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty sick and twisted, and then that means that all of what he's doing is an act, and like he's putting on, or I don't know, maybe he is truly this distraught, even if he did set it in motion. But like I feel like that's not the storyline that we're going down with Leland. Like he might have just pulled some strings, but they were legal strings, not fucking killing people and
right.
I don't know.
Yeah, this Jock murder does feel like a first timer situation for him, right?
Yeah, and yeah, at least himself, like doing the job. But like I feel like what happened with Audrey and Ben could have happened with Leland and Laura. Like that Leland maybe frequented One-Eyed Jacks, perhaps. And maybe that's
him and Sarah certainly don't seem to be in the best state.
Yeah. So and maybe I feel like that's like the moment of realization that Leland if it does happen, that Leland realizes that she works at One-Eyed Jacks, that has to stir the pot in some, I don't know, something has got to happen because of that. And then, maybe like Leland figures out she works there, says like, no, you can't let her work here, or something like that. Like you can't do this, and then they just end up killing her, because it's easier. I don't know. And then
it's
Leland,
like his fault.
It's like
he feels like it's his fault and stuff. Okay, I like that. I like
possibly.
that.
So, but yeah, it feels. I that's the only line that I could see Leland kind of being involved in getting Laura killed, because I can't see a line where he like wants Laura dead, where he's like, no, I need you to kill my daughter, or like I killed my daughter. So, but yeah, maybe it's his fault, possibly.
Okay, I like that. I like that addendum to the who killed Laura Palmer question. Yeah. But that will conclude the first season of Twin Peaks for us. I'm so very, very happy with the work we've done. We actually finished recording, just to break the fourth wall, we finished recording the entire first season before our first episode has come out. It is February 18th today. So, yeah, it's like this episode's coming out April 14th. So like we're ahead of the game. So that's I just wanted to give that little disclaimer in case anything substantial has happened in the real world or anything. Like we don't have any context for it. Yeah. We recorded all of this in the span of like a week and a half. So yeah, that's just in case anything relating to Twin Peaks or anything has occurred. We haven't heard about it.
In this timeline, where we are right now, Andor season 2 is starting next week. that's kind of like
that's next week.
that's
Okay,
crazy
so we will be
to think
covering.
about.
Oh, dude, that's dope. Season 2 of Twin Peaks happens tangentially with Andor
Whoa,
season
wait,
2.
wait,
That's hard.
wait,
That's
wait.
hard.
Oh shit! And fucking lining up with Laura's death date. Yeah, that's fucking. That's weird, dude.
That's dope. That's dope.
my God.
And if I'm not mistaken, we are also currently covering the Mission Impossible franchise on the Cinementalists. So I'm living in my dream realm when it comes to coverage right now. We are covering Twin Peaks here on FirePod with me, the Mission Impossible franchise on the Cinementalists, and Andor Season 2 on Fulcrum, a Star Wars podcast.
Yeah.
We are busy bees, and we are going to keep being busy. So a lot of good stuff happening right now. Come on through to all of our different shows. Leave a 5-star rate and review wherever you might be listening, and go ahead and check out our other shows. Like I said, the Cinementalists. That's Cinementalists. Cinementalists, like cinema, sentimentalists. It's clever. But yeah, so Mission Impossible right now. It's a lot of fun. We're doing that all the way through May. Because we're anticipating the final reckoning. Very, very excited. It's another first watch for Joe and a rewatch for me. So we're going to be doing a similar format to the Twin Peaks pod, funny enough, for Mission Impossible, because I know what's coming and Joe doesn't. So yeah, a lot of good stuff ahead. Go ahead and listen. Go ahead and share this with anybody who might be a Twin Peaks fan or somebody you think could be a Twin Peaks fan. Tell them to go ahead and check it out. Check out the show. Check out our show. More people need to watch Twin Peaks. It's just the bottom line. And if they're like,
it's from the 90s? Nah, I'm
Shut
good.
up.
That's too old.
Shut up.
tell them to shut their fucking mouth.
Grow up. Yeah.
Tell them they're missing out on all sorts of great stuff if they don't watch stuff from before 2000. Like, come on now.
Yeah, just
But,
when you think you were born, then that's when things got good. You know, just because you were born. Like, no. This
You
is
selfish cunt.
this.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, this is Pete.
I mean, mostly.
favorite. I don't know. It is a already in the favorites television series. Of all time.
Dude.
And it's
And when
only
we
one
get through the
season deep.
return, there's like a. I mean, I'm hard pressed to tell you that there's any show that I'm like, yeah, beginning to end, I like that more. It's just that good. So, but yeah, so we will conclude this episode of FirePod with me and our first season of FirePod with me, and we'll be back next week to start season 2. I'm so very excited. With that, I was Colton Robertson. I was joined by Joseph George. Thank you very much, homie.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Oh, and it's always a pleasure to have you. And remember, the owls are not what they seem.